Good morning, I'm Annabella Val around town from Niles. How much food can you dip in caramel? We're answering the question at Mrs. Prindable's today, coming up.
Good Bull Report. Back to you.
Time now for Around Town.
Anna's making holiday treats. Hey, Anna.
I'm dipping anything I can find in caramel. Any takers? Mrs. Prindable's. Check it out, Larry and Robin. This is a vat of caramel. You think caramel is just like sugar and water and maybe butter? There are 7 ingredients in this caramel, and it's at 240 degrees for a half hour to get it perfect so they can hand dip apples and, you know, anything they can think of. But here, their expertise is apple. I'm gonna try and dip one of these. I've been learning 2 techniques. This one that I'm gonna show you now. Vuelta, vuelta, and then, this one is to dip the apple in chocolate, right? And then, let me show you, because I know you're wondering, the technique to cover it in nuts, because everyone wants to cover their caramel in nuts, right? So, I heard that you go, oh no, wait, you dip, right? Dip it, and then dunk it, and then watch this. Watch this, just with one hand. Watch out, people!
Whoa!
And then you toss it in the nuts. Go nuts, Griselda! She covers it with pecans or pecans, and it's fabulous. When we come back, let's see what more trouble I can get at Mrs. Prindable's. Yummy. It just smells delicious. It's the only reason I wanted to do the story. Back to you.
They add, and she loves wearing. And Anna's around town making treats for the holidays. Hey, Anna.
So this is not decadent enough, right? They double dip here at Mrs. Prindable's. Look. They put chocolate on top of pecans. It's amazing. When we come back, we're going to be striping some apples. They do this all by hand. We're in Niles, around town, around. Échame aquí en la boca. No. Back to you.
Heading around town.
Anna's making treats for the holidays. Hey, Anna.
Let's call them your sweetest elves for Santa Claus. These are the guys that are in charge of making the apples sweeter here at Mrs. Prindable's. Look, they're out in full force. They have a lot of work. You'll find these at Bloomingdale's, Neiman's, Saks, but you also can find them here at Niles because they make them here at Mrs. Prindable's. Good morning, Jenny.
Hello.
I love that everything is by hand, including the dipping. What's going on back here?
They are actually making our #1 selling item here at Mrs. Prindable's, which is our triple chocolate gourmet caramel apple.
Right. What does she do? Oh my God, wait a second. She just dipped the caramel apple in what?
In dark chocolate. It's actually a handmade process. It starts by hand selecting the biggest apples that we have here in the factory. It is dipped in homemade caramel, then it is dipped in dark chocolate.
And then it hardens like this, right?
Yep, they set it aside to cool, then they stripe it with white chocolate, and finally they top it off with milk chocolate.
That doesn't look easy. I know you want me to try that, but that looks kind of, can I go back there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if this works. It's white chocolate. All right, here we go. Présteme una. Here you go. ¿Qué hago? ¿Esto así?
You want to insert the spatula? Yep.
All right,
Go ahead and
insert,
place it in,
insert.
and let the chocolate drip.
Okay.
And now, with a smooth motion, there you go, up and down.
Ah!
Good. Now just grab a little bit more chocolate.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's when it got ugly. That's when it got ugly. So what's the final product over here? Wait a second, because you not only do the white chocolate, then you move over here, and because it's not enough chocolate, what do you add?
You top it off with some milk chocolate.
Oh, wow. And look, she doesn't even get the white chocolate dirty. That's fantastic.
Yep, they try to stripe it in between the white and the dark.
And this feeds between 8 and 10 people. So if you have to take something like a housewarming gift for the holidays, you can find them in those stores I mentioned, and also online, MrsPrindables.com.
MrsPrindables.com, yep.
All right, we'll be right back with more holiday sweets from Niles. Back to you. Good morning, I'm Annabella Val, around town from Mrs. Prindable's. We're striping apples this morning. They really think I could get this. Don't worry. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Actually,
All tastes good anyway.
Time now for Around Town.
Anna's making sweet treats for the holidays. Hey, Anna.
it's time for packing. They pack thousands of baskets here, and the baskets have all sorts of stuff, like pretzels covered in all these little morsels, and according to these ladies, you could fit like 13 things in here. They have caramel and taffy, all these delicious things, right? So when we come back, we'll show you more from Mrs. Prindable's. Ladies, you keep going, because, you know, this is what you got to do. Guys, I'm getting us some loot.
All right, keep
back
up the good work.
Good there.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
had features like that, I could work at Channel 7 finally.
Yeah. Thanks for the hairy arms, Tom.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Anna.
It sounds like my internal monologue.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
good. Hey, we're at Mrs. Prindable's, and you know what? As we said and have been saying all morning long, you can cover your apples with whatever you want, and your pretzels too. When we come back, how you can get this wonderful flavor of Christmas at home. We're gonna get our hands dirty with some great candy coming up.
Time now for Around Town.
Anna's making sweet treats for the holidays. Hey, Anna.
I know, and you can make them at home. Here at Mrs. Prindable's, they do in the thousands. But here, Jenny's going to show us, and this is something you could actually do with your kids, how to dip pretzels and little Granny apples. Granny Smith apples. Jenny, good morning.
Good morning.
So let's start with the pretzels.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, what you can do at home is you can go to your grocery store.
Okay.
Go ahead and pick up some standard pretzel rods.
Okay.
Pick up a bag of caramel squares that you can melt at home, and the squares will come with popsicle sticks.
Okay.
And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick out some Granny Smith apples, the firmest ones you can find.
Why that type of apple?
Granny Smith apple, it's great for taste. It has
Okay.
a great texture, and it's great with the sweet and the saltiness of the apple.
What are we doing first, pretzel or apple?
First, we're gonna do the pretzel.
Okay, so just dip it in the
Go ahead and
caramel.
dip it. Yep.
Dip it in the caramel.
Yep. You want to melt the caramel at home. Go ahead and
Okay.
scrape off the excess.
Scrape off the excess.
Yep. And go ahead and drop it into your ingredients.
And you can buy like a bag of M&Ms.
Yeah, this is where you can get creative. You can use chocolate chips. You can use peppermint pieces. You could do.
It's starting to look like a corn dog, Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you're
boy.
supposed to be a little more gentle.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Really?
And set it aside.
I'm right-handed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then do the same with the apple.
Okay. Oh, and I like this too. You crushed some peppermint
Yep, you can do
candy.
Peppermint candies. You can do peanut butter chips. There's all kinds of stuff.
Okay,
that
you
you
do
can
the apple.
Be creative. Okay, go ahead and dip
Dip
the
it?
apple in your caramel. Scrape off the excess. And again, drop it into your ingredients.
Oh, that's so
And
yummy.
scoop it up with your hands and pack it. Pack it
And
nice
if you don't
straight.
want to do this, you can always purchase them here. You guys have a factory store?
Yep, we have a factory store in Niles, 7425
Jenny,
North.
not for anything, but that's not that pretty either, girl.
know, sorry.
I don't want to offend, but all of a sudden. But then you have the factory store and
Factory
online
store.
too.
Yeah, go to mrsprintables.com to place your order for Christmas delivery. We ship everything UPS second day air. Nothing will be made until the day it ships, so everything will be fresh.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, guys. That's Around Town for this morning. I really enjoy the pretzel. Thank you.
Oh, that looks good.
All right, thanks, Anna.
Next, we're going to